Hey guys, welcome back to the Kane podcast. This is episode 13 as of November 6th. I'm thinking about shortening the podcast so 2 times out of a week um, instead of our normal three because I noticed the podcasts aren't getting as much views lately. So I'm thinking about shortening it. I haven't decided yet. So also the giveaway, guys. So I'm thinking about just doing the Funko Pop and the Marvel Legend since those two had the most highest votes. Surprisingly, the Banpresto, nobody voted for the Banpresto. So um, and nobody commented either. So I'm just don't thinking about doing the Funko Pop and the Marvel Legend. So we're probably just gonna stick with that as of right now, and then I will announce the video later on in a later date of the giveaway and what I'm actually giving away. So with that being said, guys, we're just gonna get straight on to the Funko news. So the Funko has announced new NBA pops. They have guys like LeBron, Anthony Davis, Kyrie. Pretty interesting. As of today on the Funko shop, there's a T800 Funko Pop. It looks pretty cool if you ask me. Um, the Metallic All Might should be going live pretty soon, so be prepared for that. When that go live, follow your local wherever you get your news from. Follow that, and they're definitely gonna tell you when that go live. So then, Vegeta over 9,000 should be live right now. I got mine order in, so when that comes in, I'll definitely show that off in a future video. Ragnarok Glow in the Dark of Pop and T bundle, which is real interesting. I know they showed like a quarterly, or I mean, I'm not sure if it's quarterly, but they showed their Funko showed their finances, and unfortunately, their stock has been plummeting just a little bit. But the Funko Pops, they show like their most profitable. Excuse me, can't talk. I just can't talk in period. But the profitable Funko Pop is the Fortnites, which is really interesting. Um, but so it's not surprising they came out, and I think Ragnarok. I did take them out of the box. I think Ragnarok is one of their most interesting Fortnite Funko Pops that they have. So the fact that they're making a Pop and Tea bundle and it's glow in the dark, that to me that's real awesome. So I probably won't get it, but if you guys like Fortnite, you guys like Ragnarok, um, definitely want to pick that up. They also showed off the metallic Piccolo, so I definitely need that. So you guys know how much I love Dragon Ball Z, and a lot of people does anyways. They also showed a closer look at 1997 Batman, and it looks amazing. I just like the colors, the gray and the blue on it. Just looks it just or it's not gray but silver, but it looks like just looks real good, man. Pretty dope. I can't wait for it when it comes out. I don't know if I said this before, but Aqua from Kingdom Hearts Dark, she goes live November 11th, so be prepared for that. They also announced a Morton Salt Girl Ed icon, so be prepared for that. She's the icon on just the salt, the little salt containers that you buy. It's the girl. I believe she's like either holding an umbrella or I don't remember what she's doing, but just if you ever bought salt the containers, just the ad icon. Also, so in the future, if you're a Cincinnati Reds fan, they're having two promotions going on right now, or in the future for next year. So on July 11th, they're having a promotion of Eric Davis Funko Pop, and I do love me some Eric Davis, one of the most underrated baseball players. And Luis Castillo should go live August 15th. So if you guys are Cincinnati Reds fans, you guys love the Funko Pops, well, you could get some of those. So July 11th for Eric Davis and August 15th for Luis Castillo. But that's all the Funko Pop news I got for you guys today. So now we're going to get on to our segment. And here's the last pack of that tin can. And it is the 2019 Sarcophagus pack. So here is the first one. I'm going to open I'm gonna show it off on the bottom. So here it is, one of them, and Fandora Flying Fortress. Never heard of them. I believe there's over like 10,000 Yu-Gi-Oh cards, or probably even more than that. So there's a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards I never even heard of. So here's another one. Heartless Drop Off. Never heard of that one either. Here's the other one. My Dolce Fresh Sistart. She's also a link. My Dolce Monsters. I have heard of that deck. I just don't know the links. Here's another one. Sky Striker Maneuver Jamming Waves. Pretty strong spell card if you ask me. Here's another one. Clock Spartoy. Another Link monster. Kind of disappointed with these packs. Beast Magic Attack Pedanian monsters are pretty cool. I mean, these are just for like, I guess these are like the 2019, the newer cards. I mean, they have some old cards in here, but to me, those are kind of looking like rares to find. Mirror Force Launcher. Never heard of this. Once per turn during your main phase, you could discard one monster, add one Mirror Force from your deck to or graveyard to your hand. If this set card is destroyed by your opponent's card effect and set to your graveyard, you can set this card from your graveyard and one Mirror Force from your hand, deck, or graveyard. This is a real strong trap card. Holy crap. So if you guys don't know Mirror Force, so Mirror Force is when if you put it, it's a trap card. So you put it in your spell. So if you guys don't know how Yu-Gi-Oh, and most of you guys probably should. So Yu-Gi-Oh has when you're playing on the format, it has their top, which is I know the new links. So I'm not talking about the new link game, has 3 monsters, but technically it's supposed to have 5 monsters and then 5 spell cards that can only be played at one time. So up to 5 monsters you could put on your field and 5 spell cards. So when you put a trap, so trap cards and spell cards both go into that set. You can only have 5 at a time. So Mirror Force is when you put it in your trap card. When you put the trap card, Mirror Force is when your opponent, when they attack, you play a Mirror Force. You play the Mirror Force, and it's supposed to destroy all the monsters. There are counters for Mirror Force, but this helps out the Mirror Force way more, because even if your opponent plays the counter, you could still, it says right here, you could still play it from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So basically that Mirror Force is still gonna get active, and that's a way to counter the counter. So that's pretty amazing. Real strong card, if you ask me. Dangerous Dogman. I have heard of him before. Pretty cool. And he's kind of like a hollow, so pretty cool. Iron Dragon Timonton. Never heard of him, but he has a pretty cool looking card, and he's level 4 2000 attack, so it's not too much of those. There are a few though. Crusader Arborea. Never heard of this card, but she looks pretty cool. Transfamiliar. Never heard of that. Also, I don't know if I mentioned Token Collector. I don't know if I mentioned, but I don't have a Pokemon pack right now. I gotta go get some more, but I do have extra Yu-Gi-Oh packs. So I am just gonna be ripping open Yu-Gi-Ohs, and here's the last one. Oops, Cyber Soul Cyclone. So it's pretty okay pack. I mean, I probably won't buy one of those tin cans ever, not ever again, but probably not for a while. No, I prefer to pull like the older cards instead of the newer ones. So I believe this deck should have the this pack should have. I believe it has 5 cards per deck, so pretty decent. So here's the first card, always at the bottom, that I like showing off since I get spoiled. Puppet Parade. I do use the puppet monsters, the gimmick puppets. They are one of the stronger decks because if you have I forget the name of the puppet, the main big card that you get, but I believe it's Leo of Gimmick. His there's another card that he has that if you have, I think it's 3 counters or 5 counters on it, and I believe it's I believe if you have 3 counters on it, so 3 turns. I believe every turn that you have, you get up to 3 turns, and if it has 3 or 5, I don't remember, it wins the duel. So he's one of the most strongest. There's only a few cards. There's the final countdown card that lets you win the duel. I believe in 20 turns, if you don't win it, whoever plays it plays that card, which is an OP card. I hate that card, but if you play it, you got 20 turns to win the duel. If not, whoever played the card wins the duel. Kind of sucks. But here's another one, Evil Mind. These are for Dark Fusion monster, so it's a hero. Earthbound Geoglyph. I do use Earthbound monsters. I haven't used the Earthbound monsters though. Oh my god, here it is. See, holy crap. Oh man, and I don't know why they didn't make this hollow, but here's the gimmick puppet of strings. So I'm gonna just read it to you. That's crazy that we pulled this. So once per turn, you could detach 1 material. So he does have an extra. I believe it's called Gimmick Puppet of Leo. Gimmick Puppet of Strings. I'm not sure the exact name for it. Which is this is the first card that you play. You try to get him out, and then you could bump him up to get the Leo. But you could detach 1 material from this card, so it takes basically 2 puppet monsters, or not even just puppet, just 2 level 8 monsters, and you put them together. Then you place 1 string counters on each face-up monster on the field except this card. Once per turn during the next end phase of the opponent, of the player who placed a string counter, by this effect, destroy the monsters with the string counters. And if you do, inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each monster destroyed. One of the most dangerous cards. And I do like using this deck. It's not the most powerful deck, but it's a real cool deck to use, and I do have a blast using that deck. Here's the last card for funsies, and it's Doom Caliber Knight. But the fact that I did get the gimmick puppet of strings, and this is cool, man. I love this pack. So probably the most interesting pull out of this whole packs. So I'm definitely not buying the. I mean, like I said, I got Obelisk out of it, and the alternative Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, but not too many cards that I like besides those. And the Ragged Key, but you can pull a Ragged Key out of just a normal pack. So I guess a new little sleeves, I guess, and they're the Segaleo from Pokemon Sun and Moon. So I do have the sleeves for the Yu-Gi-Oh that has blue eyes on it, but I just can't find them. So I just gotta look for them. So the rest of these are getting pulled into the. So I do have a binder that has a lot of my cards in it. The cards that I normally don't like. Not show off, yeah, because I like putting cards like randomly in my room. So I do have those. But anyways, guys, that's it. I think we spent too much time on this. So. But yeah, man, pretty interesting. But with movies and TV news, so they announced Fantastic Beast, the third. They announced that they are making the 3rd movie, and it comes out November 12th of 2021. So you gotta wait another 2 more years for that movie to come out. which is history. I mean, I like the Fantastic Beasts movies, but to be honest, we really don't need them. So whatever with that. But Andy Serkis, the news that I found interesting, Andy Serkis got announced to play Pennyworth, Alfred Pennyworth, and then Colin Farrell got announced to play Penguin, which is an interesting choice if you ask me. Um, I think Colin Farrell played a good Penguin, and it wouldn't be my first choice. But I do like that. I mean, they're trying to go hard for this movie, and I love it. This movie is gonna be bigger than most people anticipated. So I definitely like the recent moves recently. They also showed off a Bad Boys 2 trailer. If you guys haven't seen that over the weekend, or I would believe it was on Monday, I believe, or probably yesterday. I don't remember when, but they showed off the Bad Boys 2 trailer. I mean, it's just more Bad Boys, if you ask me. One of the interesting things that I noticed from the trailer is they got my boy Alexander Ludwig. He plays Bjorn on Vikings. I just wanted to shout him out because that's my dude. So I wish more Viking stars get more roles. I believe the show is amazing. I love the show, but I feel like the um, cast don't get enough gigs no more. I mean, Travis Fimmel had the who plays Ragnar. He played he had the World of Warcraft movie. And that's about it, man. I mean, he don't really get as um the big roles like that, man. So I kind of wish he'll get more bigger roles. So I mean, he's a phenomenal actor, man. He played one of the most beloved characters on the whole show, Ragnar, man. And when they killed him off, everybody hated it. So I kind of wish he'd get more gigs, but yeah. So interesting and kind of sad news is on the set of Eternals. They found a bomb on the set, and that's crazy, man. I mean, there's some idiots out there and some messed up people in the head, and the fact that they had to evacuate people from the set. I mean, that's crazy, man. So I hope not everything's okay on the set, and I believe they got to it real fast. So pretty interesting. Don't see news like that happens too much, and I hope you don't. But on the gooder side, they announced Disney Plus announced Hocus Pocus 2. So if you guys like Hocus Pocus, be prepared for that when that comes out. HBO showed off his Dark Materials. I believe I said it on episode 12. Give my initial reactions right now. It was a pretty good episode. I mean, I'm gonna like this show. I like how they're setting it up. James McAvoy has an interesting role in it, so I mean, it looks pretty cool already. So definitely want to watch more when more of it comes out. Frozen 2 already broke in major ticket sales, so pretty sure that people love Frozen. I already knew it was gonna break some records, but already breaking records, that's so crazy. The Mayans season 3 got renewed, even though Kurt Sutter is still fired, which is real interesting. I mean, he's the showrunner, so I don't know if season 3 is gonna be any good. And I don't know how much footage they have, or they're just gonna get a new director or the writers, or I don't know how that's gonna work. But hopefully it's as good as the recent show, because I'm loving the new season, and the new seasons are real good. The show's amazing. If you guys haven't checked it out, but that's all I got for you guys on movies and TVs. Not too much news. That's what I'm saying. I would like to keep this like on Thursdays so I could get more news out to you guys, but because it's kind of like a day just worth the news, and I already covered like most of the news on Monday. So I kind of like to switch up the days, to get more news to come out. But anyways, guys, as far as video game news, there's probably more video game news than anything. So Red Dead 2, if you guys bought Red Dead 2, if you guys are PC gamers, you guys are experiencing some crashes, and I know they're working on that. I mean, I know PC players sometimes they they joke and they say I mean they are the master race. They have the better consoles, I guess, but not better consoles, but better systems, and they get more the better resolutions and all that. But unfortunately, for most PC gamers, man, your games are always crashing. So who's the? I mean, there's no argument. I hate doing the petty little arguments there, but yeah. So if you guys don't know, there was a Fortnite player called Jarvis. I have seen some of his videos. I'm not a fan. I don't really watch Fortnite videos, but he apparently got caught for cheating. And I know I don't try to cover too much controversial news on this channel, but I just thought it was interesting to put it out there because I mean, like I said, I have watched some of his videos, and he's real good at Fortnite, and he was caught using aimbot, which come on, dude, man, why are you using aimbots, bro? But anyways, pretty interesting news. Gorilla was choosing Horizon Zero Dawn 2, which is a game that it came out of no. I mean, it's kind of sorta. I mean, we knew it was happening, but it took over the world basically when it came out. And if you guys haven't played Horizon Zero Dawn, you guys should go play that right now. That game's amazing. It's basically a apocalyptic world. What if dinosaurs just take over? Not just regular dinosaurs, just cyber dinosaurs. So mechanical dinosaurs just walking around. It's an amazing game, guys. You guys should definitely check it out if you guys haven't played it. Unfortunately I haven't finished it yet because I'm trying to I was like working my way. Like I mean, this game came out like what 3 years ago, I approximately. But one game of the year. Uh, but the reason why I haven't finished it is because I've been trying to get the platinum on it, and that takes a long time because you gotta do every single little step. If you guys don't know, like PlayStation has trophy system, so that's what I try to do. So I haven't finished it yet, but another interesting thing. So if you guys don't know, Keanu Reeves is in Cyberpunk 2077 that comes out April of next year, and he's in the game, and he's a companion, and he requested I don't know if it was part of his contract or whatever, but he requested more scenes. So the fact that you get more Keanu Reeves in it is never a bad thing. So to me, that's real interesting. So if you guys don't know, I believe Friday, uh, the 8th, or is Friday the 8th? Yeah, I think so. Um, there's a little game called Death Stranding that comes out. It's made by Hideo Kojima, and I'm just gonna end the podcast off with this. So there's a game called Death Stranding. So it comes out Friday. I'll give my initial impressions on it. Probably either Saturday or Monday. I'll give my initial impressions on it and how I like it, or if I don't like it. Because there are reviews out there that people are crapping on it. I'm sure I'll like it, but because most games that people hate, I like. So excuse me. So that's just how it is. So I'll give my initial impressions on it. But anyways, guys, if you guys don't know Hideo Kojima, he's basically made the Metal Gear games. There's the Silent Hills. I'm pretty sure you guys heard of Silent Hills. And Pete, there's a game called PT, which didn't officially come out with, but everybody was so intrigued with it, and it's still, I mean, they're still playable to this day, and even though it's not finished, there's only like I think a level. It's still one of the most interesting horror games. So, I mean, Hideo Kojima is a legend in the gaming industry, and I just had a blast when I was younger playing Metal Gears. My favorite Metal Gear of all time is either a tie between Snake Eater and Sons of Liberty. I love those games, man. I mean, to me, one of the dopest fights was fighting. I mean, Phantom Pain is amazing, the recent one, but it wasn't finished, so I don't want to give it that. But it is it's not a masterpiece. I know IGN ranked it as a masterpiece. It's not a masterpiece because it's not finished. You can't give something a masterpiece when it's not finished, you know. But the game is amazing. But one of the best boss fights I had was fighting the wolf boss in Metal Gear. I believe it was Guns of the Patriots. One of the dopest fight scenes I had in a video game, man. And that's saying a lot because I had some pretty dope, like God of War has some amazing boss fights. Um, Batman obviously has some crazy boss fights. Dragon Ball Z has some good boss fights. But there's just amazing boss fights all over video games. Witcher has some good boss fights. But as epic as that Metal Gear game, man, that boss fight to me was top tier. I mean, there's one I believe it's Snake Eater where you're walking through the forest, and the intercom guy. There's always somebody talking in the intercom, and the lady's like, "Get down! There's a sniper." And then there's a cutscene that goes on, and it's I forgot his name, the old man sniper, but it's like a cutscene. He's like, "Yeah, this is his last mission." To kill Big Boss, which is Snake, which is the main character you play as. So you have to get down, and even if you stand up, like you have to move real slow. So there's this laser on you all the time, and even if you stand up, you press that button one time, or if you mess up, you go out in the open one time, bam, just shoot you, you're dead instantly. One of the dopest boss fights, and you gotta take him down. I mean, they did that type of mission in Metal Gear Phantom Pain with Quiet. That one too, like she's pretty dangerous, but there's a couple times you could get up and run and all that. In Snake Eater, you can't do that, man, because when as soon as you get up, that's it, bam. Probably one of the dopest missions, man. And it would be unfortunate if he just stops working on video games. I wish Konami would just like settle their pride, either get him to probably even like work on a game together in the future, or just give him the rights to Metal Gear, man, because that is his baby. Man, it just sucks, but like I said, we're just gonna see how Death Stranding is, and I want it to do well because I just don't want him to leave video games. If you guys are hardcore video gamers like me, you guys will know how much passion he puts inside his games. But it's gonna be real interesting. So, but anyways, guys, I think that's the best way to end this podcast off. Like I said, pretty short podcast. Not too much news, so like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna shorten these into 2 times out of the week, or just leave it as 3. So let me know in the comment section. Also, like I said, be prepared in the future for that giveaway. So I'm definitely trying to get something to do that give. I got a couple of things in mind. There's one that I'm keeping quiet. It's a giveaway, man. I think you guys are gonna love this, man. So I'm working on getting on that. So I'll let you guys know in the future. And anyways, guys, you guys have a wonderful day, and see you guys.